Hey guys, this is Will. September 2024 was my 3 years mark of working at Google, and I spent it with wisdom teeth removal. Anyway, I also took some time to look back my life at Google, and I realized that my thought about software engineering changed a lot since then. Today, I want to share this thought with you guys, and hopefully it can be helpful a little bit. 3 years ago, if you had asked me what's the most important skill as a software engineer, I definitely would say coding. But 3 years later, I have a totally different view about this question. I would say coding is important, but it is not the most important skill. Coding is the foundation of all software engineers' work. After all, you have to coding every day. You have to make a design decision based on the situation you have. Mastering coding skills is critical in those decision moments. I understand that 90% of design decisions are not directly related to algorithms or data structures, but most can still be broken down into those principles. That's why you still see big companies still use algorithms as interview questions. However, coding alone cannot make someone a better software engineer. If you look at top engineers, of course they are good at coding, but is the coding the only thing they are good at? We could all write same binary search code or functions, but what makes them apart from us? What makes them a better software engineer? Think about it. As a software engineer, you have to work with other people all the time. So I think communication is one of the important skills you have to master. It can ensure alignment with stakeholders, smooth communication with teammates, and ultimately, you can find a good solution for your end user. In my opinion, a good communication involves two parts, input and output. On the input side, good software engineer must be a good listener. That means they can identify the question or get the idea being present very fast. My suggestion is to start with big picture. If the document is talking about a feature in a product, getting familiar with that product is a good start point. If the document is about changing an architecture, getting an idea how original architecture comes up, that would be a good start point. On the output side, I think it's important to practice to express your idea. There are two suggestions in here. The first one is know your audience. You must have a clear idea about what your audience already know and what your audience do not know. With this in mind, you can come up with a clear structure about what to write or what to say. Second, keep it simple and consistent. Simple sentences can reduce your cognitive load, making your idea easier to understand. Additionally, using consistent terminology can improve the clarity and the reliability of your document. I understand that some person choose to be software engineer because this job requires less communication with others. But at the end of the day, the world is built by human, so communication is unavoidable in the daily life, no matter in the work or life. So practice it, make it good. Different from project in university, projects in real life sometimes span multiple quarters or even multiple years. If we don't manage the progress properly, the best outcome would be the delay of delivery, because the most of the time project will end with unfinished. Therefore, I suggest every new software engineer to acquire some skills in project management. Most of the time, engineers' work is to write a new feature for a product. No matter this feature big or not, we have to break the project down into different phases like design, implementation, rollout, and maintenance. Besides that, we have to set up reasonable timeline and reasonable deliverables. This is because, first, we can have different outcome for different phases so that we can demonstrate our progress for someone who is not in the project. Otherwise, others can only see the project in progress but have no reasonable understanding of it. Second, we can figure out how much resource and support we need from different teams so that they can arrange their resources based on our timeline. I know this sounds different from stereotype of being software engineer, but trust me, since you are working with human, management skills are essential. If you can success in managing project, you will be a reliable partner in others' perspective, and trust me, good opportunities will come to find you. We all know that the outcome of code execution is either correct or incorrect, and since code are made by human, Mistakes are unavoidable. Therefore, as a software engineer, you will hit all kinds of errors every day. Sometimes it's silly, sometimes it's very hard to debug. But please remember, engineers are human too. They will be very nervous and stressful when they find out they made a mistake. Instead of blame on one single person, it's important to focus on the fix and then improve the process to prevent such mistakes anymore. I read a document about no finger pointing approach. I can't remember it's from SRE or other teams, but the key point of that article is to state human make mistake. The right response is to improve the process to prevent it happens again. Blaming people doesn't change anything, and it will consume a lot of our energy. We should protect our energy from such things, but it's a different topic. I will talk later. I grew up in a society where harsh blaming is very common. So that's why when I first time read the article about no finger pointing, it's a little bit mind-blowing to me. Since then, I've made consistent practice in my daily life. Every time I facing a question, I starting with the phrase, let's do blah 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 to fix it instead of the why you do that at first time. And I can feel others doing that too in the Google. Especially the time in the instance I see someone says, hey, outage happens every day. Don't worry, it's no one's fault. If you're a new grade or aspiring software engineer, please remember communication, project management, and being approachable are critical in long-term success. If you like this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. Also, if you see hype button in this video, please press it. That's very important for me. Thank you so much. And I'm Will. See you guys in next video.